everybody. How's it going?
Hey, great. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. That's Andy. I'm Mark, and we are back for another edition of Yeet Street After Dark. I guess this is sort of our Worlds wrap-up edition.
Yeah.
Because Worlds just happened. We're certainly going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some other stuff. We got some new discs. Well, they're new to us, but they're not going to be released until later. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But do we just jump in? It feels like we need. Do we need some small talk? Do we need to?
Yeah.
Like, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
I was pairing socks today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. You are a party animal.
I know, right?
This guy.
Yeah. No,
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. Well.
I would have gladly helped you pair your socks.
Yeah. I only have so many socks.
Okay. All right. Enough of the small talk.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to get into Worlds. First of all, I think we need. Well, let's congratulate our two new winners. New major winners.
Mm-hmm. New
Worlds winners. Yeah, not necessarily majors, but one Little Miss Owen Scoggins.
My girl
takes it down. Now, if you all did not watch Worlds, you need to go back and watch the last round, if for no other reason. Actually, just watch the playoff.
Yeah.
The playoff was one of the, first of all, the whole last round was one of the bizarrest rounds I ever watched.
Yeah.
It seemed like nobody but Ella Hansen wanted to win it. I mean, Ella at one point, they said that if she birdied 18, she would have ended up with an 1100 rated round. By far the highest rated FPO round ever. Mm-hmm. I think Paige Pierce has the highest rated round at like 1059. Ella actually ended up at like 1057, 1053, somewhere in there. So she almost got it, but she was crushing. Everybody else, nobody wanted to win.
Yeah, but they did their work earlier in the week.
Well, they did, but still, Evelina Salonen. I don't mean to pick on her, but I'm going to pick on her. Two-time world champion.
Yeah.
She's done it twice.
Yeah.
She had about a 15 to 7. I think we talked about this last week in the first round. She had a 15 to 17 foot birdie putt, completely airmailed it about 40 feet past the hole to the right. The birdie ended up being a double bogey, and it's kind of like you're not even trying. And then in the last round, it was all of that all over again.
Yeah.
Henna Blomroos, the leader for most of the tournament, couldn't do anything, couldn't hit a putt. She was striping her drives, but getting the green, it's nothing. She did nothing. The little 15-year-old Aida, I don't know how you say her name.
Yeah.
I can't say her last name. So first of all, props to her because she started out the leader in the final round, then played horribly and kind of whittled her way down to I don't know how low she got. But then because all the other players just kind of fell flat, she actually ended up in a tie for first with Owen and had to go to a playoff. So, very bizarre. It didn't look like anybody wanted to win it except for Ella. Ella was the only person, I think she ended up shooting 11 down, something like that. So we get to the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, so Owen throws, I think it was her drive out of bounds.
Yeah.
But she still gets, it's a par 5 for the FPO players, par 4 for the MPO. But she gets up to the basket 15 feet away for par. Okay? So the 15-year-old, again, whose name I can't pronounce, we should have looked that up during rehearsal.
Yeah.
She throws her, I think it was her second shot out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Then she lays up just short of the out of bounds that's right up next to the pin.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's standing there talking to her dad in Finnish, so we don't know what they're saying. So, Owen is basically parked for Owen. 15 feet is nothing for par. She, her second shot that went OB, that meant she was throwing 3 up to the thing. So she was, 1, 2, 3. She was throwing 4 up to the landing zone where she landed. So she had to hit that for par.
Yeah.
Well, she just kind of does this and throws it to the base of the, and you're thinking, what is she doing? And the weird thing, the announcers, Val Jenkins said one thing about it. She said, I don't believe what just happened.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the telecast, they never addressed what in the world's going on.
Yeah.
Now, did you hear what the excuse was afterwards?
No, what was?
somebody said, and again, I didn't hear it from her mouth, but somebody said that she wasn't really feeling her putt. And so, she just wanted to get out there and make sure she didn't risk, I don't know. It was about that she didn't think she could make the putt. And that's bull hockey.
Yeah. Even if you can't, you got to run.
That's right. I mean, it's not like you're going to fall to fourth if you miss. You're already
Right.
guaranteed at least second.
Yeah.
So the fact that she wasn't feeling her putt, that didn't make any sense. Then somebody else said, well, her dad probably miscounted her strokes or miscounted own strokes and thought, since we're playing for bogey, she's playing for bogey too. And they didn't realize that Own threw out of bounds on her first, got her second, which was her third shot up, her fourth next to the basket. So they just miscounted.
Yeah.
And here's the deal. I hate to put all this weight on a 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
But it's up to the player to keep track of the score. It's not up to the caddy. And again, if dad gave her bad advice, dad gave her bad advice. But as the player, that's why you need to pay attention to what's going on with your card. And this makes it a lot easier because it's just two of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it really falls on her for not knowing where Own was.
No. As a father,
No.
I want my daughter to trust me implicitly.
Well, we all hope that. And certainly her dad can feel bad for giving her bad advice, but it really is. I mean, you're taught that the caddy doesn't. It's you, the player, that needs to keep track of that stuff. So, but for people to say that she said that she wasn't feeling good about her putt or whatever, that's like you said, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You still got to run it and hope you get a tie. So, I hate it for her, but I think what this shows is she's going to have plenty of opportunities in worlds to come to make everybody forget about this one. Because at 15 years old, she was in it. Again, she kind of sagged in the middle of the last round, but she played 5 rounds against the world's best. Well, minus one, and we'll talk about it in a second. And hung in there and played well. Now, did she have an advantage because she's playing in her home country? How well would she do if she had to come over to America in a new culture, eating foods that she's not familiar with, blah, blah, blah. But she clearly got game, and I think she's got plenty of time.
Time zones are weird because it's like, it's August here, but it's, what, March there?
I don't think that's quite how time zones work. But
I don't know.
so the other bizarre thing that happened is after the third round, we talked about this last week. Kristen had a rough first round, was near tears in her post round press conference. Well, she ended up pulling out in round 3.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the weird thing. Clearly not playing well. She was, I think, 4 for 11 in C1X putting in round 3.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly something's off.
Yeah.
But she was still tied for 16th.
Yeah. So even on the worst day,
The worst day of her life, she was still top 20, T16. So do you have a take on what's going on with Kristen? Because I have a take on what's going on with Kristen.
So, yeah, I mean, she's just got the yips.
But why?
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 Because she's got that.
She never got the yips before.
That endorsement money riding high. She's got all these. Didn't she just fire her manager?
She's
doing that all by herself.
That's right. So first of all, I try to think of, is there an analog in another sport where we saw something like top line athlete just completely falling apart? And the only ones that I had
Darryl Strawberry
were, well, he didn't really fall apart. Dwight Gooden fell apart, but it was because of cocaine. So that's completely different. But there are a couple of baseball analogs. One is there was a second baseman for the Yankees back in the day named Chuck Knobloch. Second baseman, and all of a sudden he forgot how to throw it to first. He could not get it to the first baseman. And it basically ruined his career. He had to leave. And a second one was there used to be a pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals named Rick Ankiel. Mm-hmm. Pitched for the Cardinals, lost the strike zone completely. Could not throw a strike. But then he kind of reworked his skills and became an outfielder and played outfield for the Cardinals for a couple years. Mm-hmm. So it can certainly happen that you can be a high-performing athlete, an elite athlete at the top of your game, and completely just kind of fall apart. It's just weird to see her do it on the heels of what she's done recently. Mm-hmm. And again, every tournament this year, I think except for one, she finished either first or second. And the festival. I don't think she finished first or second in that one. So, but I think you hit the nail on the head. I think because she kind of hinted at it. At least I didn't see her talk after the third round, but at the first round she talked about she tries to please people. That's putting a lot of pressure on her. And I think you're right. She got all of these huge endorsement deals with Porsche, with Nike. I think maybe there was some gambling site in Estonia. I can't remember.
She has her own line of clothes.
So her own line of clothing,
Yeah.
and you're right. She timed that with, well, I need to get rid of my manager, and so that's a lot for one person, especially someone who is trying to remain at an elite level, to take on by themselves.
Because she needs to focus on one thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
She needs that.
18.
Yeah, she doesn't, and she doesn't need to go out and do this personal. What's it called when you show up at a car
Personal
dealership?
appearance.
Yeah, personal appearance, whatever it is. You don't need to do that and this and that. But she feels like she needed to do that because either they were sponsoring her or she's one of the most well-known people in Estonia. So she probably felt a lot of weight of if somebody in Estonia wants me to come and glad hand and smile and wave, then I need to go and do it. But you need somebody in your life to be able to manage that for you, to control that for you, to make sure that you're not going too far in one direction. And it clearly weighed on her and just weighed her down, and it caused performance anxiety. And she could not 4 for 11, Kristen.
I could do that.
We do that on a Tuesday, but she doesn't do that. So I think it's going to be good for her. I hope that she can take sort of a month or so off. I hope she comes back strong. I hope she plays at USDGC or Throw Pink for them because I've said this before. The sports are always better when the best players are playing their best. It's more fun to watch. It's more challenging, and it would have been fun to watch her just lap that lead card as poorly as they were playing. And that would have made it a lot more fun than what we saw, which was basically poor disc golf on the FPO side. Now on the MPO side, congratulations, Gannon Burr.
Yeah,
we knew you could do it. We knew you could do it. So we both had him in our foursome, and we'll talk about the results of that. And it was relatively close. And it's kind of funny because all the pressure came from the chase card, not from the lead card. So I think Ezra was on the lead card. He still finished fourth, but little Aaron Gossage and Nicholas Antela from the chase card put some pressure on Gannon. Gannon had a one-stroke lead going into the 18th hole, which, by the way, was the second hardest hole on Sunday. So it's not like Gannon was guaranteed to par it. But he did what he had to do. He parred and he won by a stroke. And so it was good to see him come away with the Worlds. We kind of have talked and met with Gannon, so we know him a little bit. It's fun to see him win, mainly because A, he's the best player in the sport, in the world. And B, that's everybody talks about how, he hasn't won Worlds. I mean, he's 20 years old, and they're like, he hasn't won Worlds yet. How good can he be? So he finally got that off his back, and I mean, the sky's the limit for that kid. I mean, he's just incredible. I think he ended up shooting 43 down. Shout out to Calvin Heimberg, who, after he won the Disc Golf Festival, was asked, what is it going to take to win Worlds? And he said he thought that 44 down would win it. He was close.
Yeah.
And so it was 43 down. So
44 down would have won it.
Calvin was right.
Yeah.
He was definitely right. You're right. So MPO again had a little bit of excitement there at the end because of how well I think Gossage his round rating ended up being I can't remember what it was. It was really high, like 1092 or something like that. But he shot a 13 down. Nicholas Antela and this new kid, I don't know if you've heard of him, named Paul Macbeth, shot the second best round at 12 down. So I think this Paul Macbeth kid might end up being somebody.
I gotta say the confidence. Did you see the post interview? The confidence coming out again in Burr was impressive. I mean, the kid obviously knows he's good.
Yeah. And a lot of people say that he didn't have personality because of the way that he acts on the course, but he's got personality. He's got, he's not going to be, Mr. Chuckles,
right.
but he definitely has personality he's got.
He doesn't laugh at his own jokes.
Yeah. So kudos to them. So first time world's winners. That's great, and it's cool because on the PDGA website they already have Owen and Gannon on the website there. So
that's good. The old pictures were getting a little stale.
It was basically it was about a year old, and it was like time to change those. So
yeah.
No offense to Isaac or Evelina, but it's nice to have a new face on there.
Yeah. Maybe. So yeah, I mean it was a good European stretch with 2 new major winners and 2 new world winners.
Yeah. So and Calvin finally getting his. That was a lot of fun to watch. Mm-hmm. So yeah. I kind of wish Evan did a little bit better.
Yeah.
I really thought he was going to play well at those European courses. But you never know until you get over there and
again, time zones.
So yeah, he thinks it's March, I guess, evidently. So, all right. But speaking of Evan, and we actually have our scores to go over.
Oh.
So first of all, everybody, let's give a hand. Let's give a hand to Andy Jocelyn for winning his first week. Good job, Andy. Way to go.
Thanks.
Andy swept. Took MPO and FPO, and he took FPO and didn't pick his girl.
I didn't pick Owen. No, I picked Val instead.
What were you thinking?
I don't know.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So here's the results. Let's see if I can find. Here it is. Okay. On the MPO side, I had Gannon Burke, Ricky Wysocki, who Gannon won at 43 down. Ricky only shot 20 down.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know what's going on with Ricky. I took Evan. He actually ended up having a very good final round. Ended up back over the cash line for a while there. He was below the cash line at 18 down, and Lowry Lentinen at 25 down. So I finished a cumulative 106 down. Mm-hmm. You, however, finished a cumulative 134 down. 28 stroke win. You had Calvin, you had Gannon, you had Calvin, you had Ezra Aderhold.
I did.
Who finished 4th.
Yeah.
So you had the winner and the 4th place finisher, and you also had Lowry Lentinen.
Yeah. So don't call it a comeback.
Now here's the thing. ChatGPT almost caught you. This is by far the best performance that by ChatGPT beat me. It got minus 131 down with Gannon, Anthony Barella, Ezra Aderhold, and Vino Michaela. So it did pretty well. I was surprised at how well Barella did pretty well. He hung in there. He had 36 down. Yeah. Grok, on the other hand, Grok picked this guy Kvesev, who I think you said his dad is the main programmer at Twitter, or Grok. Kvesev ended up 1 over, but he did pick Gannon Burr, Nicholas Antila, who finished 3rd, and Andrew Presnell, which was a weird one. Grok only finished at 98 now.
Well, he sorted them alphabetically by first names as well. So.
Oh, okay. Well, on the FPO side, okay. I'm trying to look here. Okay. We both beat ChatGPT and Grok, which is good.
Okay.
We all ended up over par, which isn't saying much because I think
that was a tough course.
Yeah, I think only 4 or 5 people ended up under par. So your winning foursome was Silva, who ended up even par. Holland Hanley, who started out, she ended up 6 over. Val Manduhano finished 16 over, and Rachel Turton only finished at 9 over. So you finished at 31 over. Again, no own. Numbers you're thinking. You beat me by 16. I had 47 over with Kristen. So Kristen, since she didn't finish, she gets the lowest person who finished plus 4 strokes, so she got 43. Evelina, who was 2 over. Anniken's 10. She was 5 under. And then Hiti Tate.
Yeah.
Hiti Tate. She finished at 7 over, so I had 47. Now, ChatGPT and Grok, they swung for the fences. ChatGPT had Kristen Lott, Holland Hanley, Hannah Blumrose, so that was smart.
Yeah.
But then went and picked Kat Allen. I don't know if you saw Kat Allen's score. She finished 44 over.
Yeah.
She did not play well. And then Gronk went with Kristen Lott, Silva, Sarnen, Sten. So you're thinking, man, that's pretty good, except Kristen. But then they took that KS Bjorkus, who did actually worse than Kat Allen. She finished at 49 over. So we crushed. Once again, I think our jobs are safe. We don't have to worry about the AI overlords taking us over. So, but congrats on the clean sweep. I think it's your first one of the year. And
I'd like to make a speech now.
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks to Val for always sticking by me, even when she's not on my team. She's always been there for me. Owen, gotta thank Owen for being there for me early in the season. And I think I'm gonna turn this win into a large streak coming down to the finish. So look for me in the champion circle.
Okay. So here's what we got coming up.
Okay.
August 14th, little thing I like to call the Ledgestone Open.
Mm-hmm. Heard of it?
Again, Idlewild Black. So they're done with those easy courses over in Europe. Mm-hmm. They're coming back and playing Idlewild. Then they have, I said Idlewild Black, Northwood Black. Because after that they have Idlewild, which is over in the Cincinnati area. Then DGLO, September 4th, and some other stuff. So looking forward to watching Ledgestone and Idlewild. I think Idlewild is one of my favorite courses to watch on TV, up there with Waco, the Brazos East course. So that's what we got going on. Anything else about what happened this past weekend? So
it just goes to show sometimes those pros are human.
So well, they are. I just feel like FPO disc golf was set back, maybe not years, but maybe a couple of days.
Yeah.
With what we had to watch on Sunday.
Oh, time zones.
So okay, we'll blame it on time zones. Okay, so yes, we have no predictions to make. Nothing coming up this weekend, but we do have some new discs.
Yeah.
These are the discs that we've been talking about. MVP has a new release that's coming out. These actually don't release until August 15th, but we're kind of excited to have them here. The first thing is there's a new Eagle disc, and they came up with a stamp, which I got to be honest, except for some of the Castaplast Tour Series discs, this has the most writing on a disc.
There's a lot of fine print.
There's a lot of fine print. There's some funky, this lettering up here on the top left. It took me about, 3.5 hours to figure out what it says. But it says it's part of the series, the Eagle McMahon, what's it called? I don't have my glasses on, but it's the
Synergy
series. That's what it says.
Series. So okay.
Show that stamp. So that is the resistor, the new Eagle Proton resistor.
Mm-hmm.
Again, coming out on the 15th of August. Yeah. So be on the lookout for that. Then we also have the retooled driver in the Simon line, the time lapse.
Oh.
And that's coming out in a special edition once again, well as
everything you knew about the time lapse.
It's all changed. So give them a profile view of that. So one of the things that's different is, if you remember the last time lapses, they were pretty domey. These are not quite as domey. On the old scale, they were definitely 3s. They were domey. I think these are closer to 2s. And so they're not going to be as domey. And they are also not as, or at least the numbers indicate, not as stable. So instead of being a -1.3, they're a -1.2. Mm-hmm. So I think it's kind of funny that it took them almost a year in order to figure out that Simon wanted a different profile for the disc. Yeah. But that's what they're coming out with. And again, those are going to be on the 15th. And then once again, they do this every year. They have put together a new St. Jude charity release where funds from the sales of these discs are going to go to the St. Jude Hospital. And in case you don't know, St. Jude's Hospital is in Memphis. It was started by actor Danny Thomas. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
So I think he's the one who started. He either started that or March of Dimes. No, March of Dimes was much before him. So basically what it is, it's for kids who get sick. They go to this hospital. The family, the kid, everything is taken care of. They don't have to pay for anything. St. Jude pays for it all. So it's a great organization, and kudos to MVP for partnering up with them. So this is it the shift or the drift?
It's the shift.
Okay. This is the streamlined shift with a special stamp on it. It's got a cool little stamp with a little kid on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to support St. Jude, make sure you get yourself a shift. So those are all coming out on the 15th. I think that's it. We do have some, if you're interested in a Halo Star Gorgon, those are on the way. So be on the lookout for those.
We've got a few more own
Leopard
Leopard
3s.
3s.
We also have
Probably be a new stamp coming out soon.
So people talk about House of Disc and whether or not they were good for disc golf or bad for disc golf, whatever. But one of the things that they haven't figured out is when they're releasing, especially Castoplast discs, they can't seem to get it right. So they have this new stem. If y'all haven't heard about the stem, this is sort of their new catch and throw disc. It's made out of what's called K4 plastic. So not K1, not K3, K4.
You put both together.
And it's so the way it used to be is K2 used to be K1 soft. But then they got rid of the K2 and just called this K1 soft. K4 is softer than K1 soft. I mean, you can literally bend it and ball it up, and it's very tacky. It's when you feel it. I saw one guy unbox it, and he was taking it out of the plastic, and it was as he was pulling it off the plastic. So very gummy, very bendy, and very stable. So it's not going to fly. It's not like a glitch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got stability to it. I think it still has plenty of glide. I haven't seen any numbers for it, but when I've seen people throw it, my guess is it's going to be like a 1403 would be my guess, something like that. So definitely glidey, but definitely stable. It's not going to fly straight like the glitch does. But
so you're going to make the person catching it work for it.
That's right. You're going to have to definitely aim out right and let it come back to the player. So House of Disc, they're like, okay, we got first run. We're limiting you to only 20. I think it was what it was. So have at it. So they were released at, 1 o'clock on a Tuesday. I get there about 2 o'clock, log in, already all sold out. I'm like, you're doing this pre-order so you kind of know how many you need to make, but you're already limiting how many are being sold on the first day that they're being sold to retailers on the wholesale side. And I'm like, that makes absolutely no sense. So we missed out on that, but we do have stock stems coming out. I'm not quite sure what the release date is for the stock stem, but they're going to be interesting nonetheless. I mean, it's going to be an interesting disc. I'm a Castoplast fan. I don't know if I need something like that in my bag because, again, I have the Neon as my stable approach disc.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I need a stable putter.
Do ding the MVP throw catch and the Spore for being just a little too neutral and understable. So
well, this one's going to have some stability. So
what are the weights going to be like? Are they?
I have not heard. I have not seen what the weights are. That's a good question, but I haven't seen. But speaking of which, Discmania is coming out with a new disc called the Founder, which is a very understable mid-range. It's like a -4-1, and they're only going to be in lightweights. So it's going to be super understable and lightweight. So I guess if you're really feeling it and you want to try to throw it on this angle and see if you can get it to pop up and stay without burning all the way over, you can try. But
those are typically good numbers for a beginner.
Well, clearly geared towards beginners or maybe roller type throw, but usually you don't throw rollers with mid ranges,
and especially lightweight ones.
But so there's that. So that's coming out here in a little bit. So that's going to be hitting the street here in a little bit. I was going to mention something else. This month, hopefully around the 15th of this month, we are going to expand our ambassador program. We're going to open it up to applications. I know a lot of people have asked me, do you have an application? And we're always like, well, no, we really only do it by invitation only.
We'll find you.
But that's right, that's what we did. But we are now going to be doing it. But we only have a selected number of slots. I mean, we're only allowing so many people to be ambassador because we just can't let everybody in, mainly just because it's a there's a lot of paperwork involved, and there's a lot of stuff involved. And so we want to make sure that we can handle this much on our end before we open it up and make it even bigger. So we're excited about that. So watch out for that. Basically, there'll be a form that you're going to fill out. What we're looking for are people who play a lot of tournaments or direct a lot of tournaments, people who do a lot of stuff on social media. Basically, anybody who's going to help get our brand name out. That's what we're looking for. So.
And it fits our principles.
That fits our principles, which are real easy. If you know anything about us, it's have fun. You're playing a sport, so have fun with it. Grow the sport. Do what you can to encourage other people to play. Be a positive influence to other people while you're out in the course. And then third thing is to help people become the best version of themselves. So just be a positive influence in people's lives. Life is too short to be negative. Let's be positive as much as we can. And so that's what we're looking for, but that's going to come out hopefully in a week or so, but just keep an eye on socials, and you'll be told where you can go and turn in your application. So excited about that. Anything else?
I am AB positive. So.
Wait a minute. Are you really?
Yeah.
Word. So am I.
There we go. All right.
That is the third rarest blood type.
Yeah.
You know what we're called?
The universal donor?
No,
universal recipient.
Universal recipient.
Yeah,
the cool thing about it is we can take anybody else's blood, but only other AB positives can take our blood.
Yep. So deal with that. Call it selfish. But I end up, most of the time when I donate, I just donate platelets.
Platelets are helpful for everybody. Our producer wanted to remind us, we've restocked our grip bags. We've got a ton of new grip bags in. So all of them, the AX6, the BX, the CX, the grip, the smaller bags. So if you've been looking for a grip bag, we got them here for you. We also have some of the backpack type bags that are coming in from MVP Axiom. The shuttle bags is what they're called. So if you're looking, we got plenty of lunch bag type bags, but we're going to have those backpack bags coming in very soon as well. So, and we also got some other. We're gearing up for the holiday season. We're going to have hopefully a bunch of fun knickknacks for people to stick in their friends' stockings at Christmas, or to have stuff under the Christmas tree. So we're excited about that. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. Anything else, Andrew, that we need to let them know about?
No.
Okay. Well, until next Wednesday, which is so that would be the night. No, that'll be 2 days before we can release the new disc. So we might have to talk about these discs again. Yeah. So, all right. What's that?
We won't be here.
Well, that's right. You guys are going out of town. So I guess in 2 weeks. Until then, whenever we see you the next time,